You are watching the 5.10 lesson video on completing the square. We are finally out of factoring territory. Or are we? I don't know. Maybe we might have to use it on this topic. All right. So let's just dive right in. Completing the square. It's this really long name. I don't know what this means, but let's just do what the questions tell us. So number 1, A. Oh, we've seen this before. Oh, we've done this before. I can totally do this. It says to simplify. All right, so x plus 3 squared means I have 2 of these, x plus 3's. We're multiplying by each other. We could do the box method to set this up. Some of you are breaking free from the box method, but if you do this, we'll get x squared plus 6x plus 9. So we could set up the box if we wanted to. Some of you are using your brains and you're able to do it in your brains, which is super awesome. But this is a process that we just did. X squared, 3x, and 9. And then these guys added together to be 6x. So we simplified it. There it is. Let's simplify this one here. In part B, x minus 11, because it's squared. Copy, paste. Cool. All right, and then x times x would be x squared. Negative 11 times negative 11 is positive 21. And what would I get in those two boxes? Negative 11x, negative 11x. So negative 22x. Check it out. I just did that in my head. Were you able to do it with me? If not, it's okay. Just use the box method. You guys are whizzes at the box method by now. All right, now number 2, in A and B want us to factor these trinomials. All right, I got this. We can factor this. This is like going back to the good old days when we were just factoring easy ones because there's not a GCF in A. So looks like we're going to have to set up our skeleton. X times x would give us x squared. And then 4 times 4 would be 16. And then, hey, if we make them both positive, won't it be a positive 4x and a positive 4x in my other parts of my box? I didn't use my box on that one, but I was kind of thinking about it as I did it. Let's do the box in part B for those of you that are like, whoa, what is happening right now? I need the box. Give it back to me. All right, x squared plus 1 minus 2x. There's no GCF going on. So we can set this up in here. And what x times x would give us x squared, negative 1 and negative 1 to give me my negative 2x. And a negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So what is this? X minus 1 all times x minus 1. Hey, wait a minute. Can't I just write that as x minus 1 all squared? And can I write this as x minus 4 all squared? Wait, these are so special. Why are these so special? Because it's 2 of the same binomial. The 2 factors are the same. This is magic. Pure magic. All right. We got to play a game. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to give you the first 2 terms of a perfect square trinomial and you need to find the constant. I guess we're going to play this game together. Okay. So perfect square trinomial means we got to do something like this. So it's x and x. Somehow we're getting that 12x. So wait, what 2 numbers add to 12 that are the same? 6 and 6? Okay, they're all positives. All right, so positive 6 and positive 6. So what would be that last part in my box? 36, because 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, cool. Let's do B. So I got to do that again. All right, I'm having this thing going on. X times x would give me x squared. How am I going to get that 14x? They have to be the same number, remember, because it's that perfect square trinomial. So what, 7 plus 7 is 14? But what's 7 times 7? Yeah, 49. Okay, we can do this with C and D, can't we? Yeah, we can. All right, x times x. Ooh, negative 20. What 2 numbers plus itself would give me negative 20? Is that negative 10 and negative 10? But what's negative 10 times negative 10? Yeah, positive 100. Okay, this is fun. All right, let's do this again. X times x gives me x squared. What 2 numbers add to negative 6? Oh, I got this one. This one's an easy one. Negative 3 and negative 3. Am I right? Yes, I am. What is negative 3 times negative 3? Positive 9. Now, I could go ahead and set up the box method. I feel like I'm ready to break free from this. We've been doing factoring forever. If you need the box method, it's okay to show it still. I'm all right with that. All right, let's do this thing. We are going to officially complete the square. All right, so wait a minute. Oh, I wish that 17 weren't there in A. All right, you know what? I'm just going to move it over to the side then, because I don't like him. It was so much more fun when I just was able to put the number that I wanted there, right? All right, so let's figure that out. Let's do my template again. So x times x gives me x squared. What number plus itself is 6x? Oh, 3? Or what number plus itself is 6? 3 plus 3? So 3 times 3 is plus 9. Hold the phone. I just added 9 to this whole thing. I can't do that without changing its value. So let's get creative. If I add 9 to it, can I subtract away 9? And cancel it out? It's like a fancy form of 0. Isn't that plus this 0? Okay. So wait a minute. This whole thing is this, but what's negative 9 plus 17? Isn't that plus 8? A positive 8? So hold up. X plus 3, I can write as x plus 3 all squared plus 8. OMG. I just completed the square. And guess what? If I graph this and this together, they're going to make the same exact graph. So cool. All right, I'm trying to pause the video here. What's happening? All right, sorry. All right, let's do this again for part B. So what was our very first step? Yes, our very first step is to stretch out that last value that was getting in our way, basically. Then we decided to rewrite the next line. So it's x times x is x squared, and then we found a number plus itself that gave us 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Then we realized that there was that last term missing. The 5 times 5 is 25. So if we add 25, in order to keep the peace of this and not change its value, we had to subtract it. Okay, we are almost there. So what is this minus 25 plus 105? That's kind of like our leftover stuff grouped together. Yeah, that's plus 80. So my final step would be x plus 5 all squared plus 80. We have just completed the square. All right, part C. You with me? What are we going to do? Yes, we're going to push that 129 off to the side. So plus 129, we're going to just push you over. Then we're going to set up our perfect square because this is what we really want to happen, right? We want something to do this. So x times x gives us x squared. What number plus itself is minus 22? Yep. Some of you are like, oh, just divide it by 2. Yeah, you're right. What's negative 11 times negative 11? Positive 121. If we add it, we got to subtract it. And then there's my leftovers. Let's group those together. Plus 8. So x minus 11 all squared plus 8. All right, you try the last one. Here she is, D. All right, what did I do in my first step? I moved the 17 off to the side, and then I wrote this whole thing here. Then I thought to myself, how am I going to get that negative 12? What two numbers plus itself, negative 6 plus negative 6 is negative 12. Then I realized, oh, negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. So if I added 36, I got to subtract away 36. Here's my leftovers. Group those dudes together to be negative 19, then write it in my pretty math package, and boom, we have just completed the square. Pure magic.